Hi students. In last class, we already discussed vertically projected body. Okay. So from in that concept, some graphs for a body projected vertically upwards. ST graph. That means displacement and time graph. Okay. So it is the displacement and time graph. See, maximum height. That means u square by 2z. Time of ascent u by g. Total time of flight 2u by g. Okay. Velocity time graph. Body projected vertical upward means initially it having maximum velocity and gradually velocity is decreased. At certain point its velocity is zero. Okay. That means at this point velocity is zero and comes back. Again velocity is increases in negative direction. In negative direction. Acceleration and time graph. Here acceleration is uniform. Okay, acceleration is uniform. Understood? So graph is parallel to the x-axis. Next, for a freely falling body, displacement and time graph is this one. Velocity and time graph, this one, because of velocity gradually increases. Okay, slope gives the acceleration. Here acceleration in the sense acceleration due to gravity and acceleration and time graph. Here acceleration is uniform, that is plus g. Understood? Okay, you know already at the maximum height, velocity is zero but acceleration is not equal to zero. Here acceleration is exists, that acceleration is equal to g. Okay, at the maximum height. Okay, velocity 0 but acceleration is not equal to 0 and projected velocity and striking velocity both are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Both are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Understood? Okay. Next, change in velocity in the entire journey, vertically projected body. Okay, change in velocity in the entire journey, body projected vertically upwards with initial velocity u and its striking velocity is minus u. You know, change in velocity is equal to u final minus u initial. U final is minus u. Okay, you are taking minus u minus 2u. Change in velocity, we consider only magnitude, so change in velocity is equal to here 2u. Understood? Change in velocity in this case 2u. Next, velocity at the half of its maximum height. Velocity at the half of its maximum height. Body projected vertically upwards. Body projected vertically upwards. Velocity u. Here maximum height is this one. Required one is velocity at the half of its maximum height. Understood? Here required one is velocity at the half of its maximum height. That means here velocity is v. Okay, distance is half of its maximum height. Distance is half of its maximum height. You know formula, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. V square minus u square is equal to 2 minus z. S means half of its maximum height. Okay, 2 cancel. V square minus u square is equal to minus z. H maximum means u square by 2z. G cancel. V square minus u square is equal to minus u square by 2. Minus u square taken this side. V square u square minus u square by 2. So LCM is 2. 2u square minus u square. U square by 2. V square is equal to u square by 2. V is equal to u by root 2. That means at the half of its maximum height, velocity is equal to u by root 2. U means initially projected velocity. Okay. So in this case, maximum velocity is u. Minimum velocity is 0 at maximum height. Understood? Okay. At half of its maximum height, u by root 2. So time taken to reach the half of maximum height. Time taken to reach the half of its maximum height. Okay. You know V is equal to U plus AT. Next point is time taken to reach the half of its maximum height. So V is equal to U plus AT. You know V means, what is V here? U by root 2. U minus GT. Vertical upwards. So minus G. Understood? GT, it is taken this side. U minus U by root 2. GT is equal to U is common. 1 minus 1 by root 2. T is equal to U by G. What is LCM here? Root 2. Root 2 minus 1. Understood? Time taken to reach the half of its maximum height is U by G, root 2 minus 1 by root 2. U by G is nothing but time of ascent. You know, time of ascent is equal to U by G. So time is equal to time of ascent into root 2 minus 1 by root 2. Understood? T is equal to time of ascent into root 2 minus 1 by root 2. Okay? Next, velocity at the 3 by 4th of maximum height. Okay, velocity at the 3 by 4th of maximum height. So initially projected velocity is u. It is total maximum height. Required one is at 3 by 4th of maximum height. Required velocity at 3 by 4th of maximum height. Okay. Same as usual formula, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. V square minus u square 2. A means minus z. S means 3 by 4th of maximum height. Okay. V square minus u square equal to minus 2z 3 by 4. H maximum means u square by 2z. 2z cancel. V square minus u square remaining part is 3 by 4th of u square. U square is taken this side. V square u square minus 3 by 4th of u square. Here u square is common. 1 minus 3 by 4. Okay. V square is equal to u square into, what about LCM? 4. 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3. U square by 4. Okay. Root taken this side. V is equal to square root of u square by 4 u by 2. That means at the 3 by 4th, at the 3 by 4th of maximum height, velocity is equal to u by root 2. Half of its maximum height, u by root 2. At 3 by 4, u by 2 only. U by 2 only. Okay. Time. Time taken to reach the 3 by 4th of maximum height. V is equal to u plus AT as usual. Okay. V means u by 2, u minus GT, gt is equal to u minus u by 2. Now gt is equal to u by 2. T is equal to u by 2z. Time taken to reach the 3 by 4th of maximum height is u by 2z. Simply time of ascent you know u by g. Substituting here t is equal to time of ascent by 2. T is equal to time of ascent by 2. Understood? Okay. So next, body projected vertically upwards and it comes to back. Okay. Now, in first second, vertically upward distance and in last second, vertically downward distance. Both are same. See here, for this purpose, S is equal to you know ut plus of 8 square. Here first to second, S u1 minus of g 1 square u minus g by 2. Okay, in first second and in last second traveling distance is u minus g by 2. At the same time, vertically upwards in last second, downwards in first second. Okay, vertically upwards last second, downwards in first second. That means you know S is equal to et plus of 80 square formation. Yes. In downward direction, its initial velocity is 0. Simply of g into 1 square g by 2. In last second traveling distance, in first second downward distance, both are same. That value is equal to g by 2. It is independent of velocity. Last second in vertical upward direction, first second in downward direction, traveling distance is equal to g by 2. It is independent on velocity, but this one depends on velocity. Understood? Next, relation between maximum height and time of flight. Relation between maximum height and time of flight. You know maximum height is equal to u square by 2z. Time of flight is equal to 2u by g. U is equal to gt by 2. Substituting here, maximum height is equal to 1 by 2z gt by 2 whole square 1 by 2z into g square t square by 4. G cancel. 2 4s are 8 g t square. It is the relation between maximum height and time of flight. Maximum height and time of flight. Understood? Okay. See one application. Body 1 is released from the top of a tower. At the same time, body 2 is projected vertically up as shown. See, one body is released from certain height. Another body is projected from the ground. So, same interval of time. Okay, it releases. It is projected. Required one is height at which they meet. Okay, height at which they meet. First one, solution of first one. It is the total height h. Okay, for example, first body travels h1, second body travels h2. Understood? In the time interval t, first body travels distance is h1, second body travels distance is h2. First body freely falling. Okay, freely falling. So h1 is equal to write as half g t square because of its initial velocity is 0. Understood? Okay. Second one, h2 vertically projected body. So ut minus half gt square. Ut minus half gt square because of second body is vertically projected body. H is equal to h1 plus h2. H is equal to of gt square plus ut minus of gt square. Are understood? First body traveling distance, second body traveling distance. Here h is nothing but h1 plus h2. On substituting, these two are cancelled. Half gt square, half gt square. Remaining h is equal to ut. So t is equal to h by u. At this time, both stones are made. Okay. At a time t is equal to h by u, both stones are made. That means for first one, answer is t is equal to h by u. For first one, answer is t is equal to h by u. Okay, first one is over. Next, second one. Next, second one, the time after which their velocities are equal. Okay, time after which, see first body, you know v is equal to generally u plus at. Solution for b. Okay, first body v1 is equal to u0 plus gt. v1 is equal to, simply write as gt. What about second body? v2 is equal to u minus gt. v is equal to u minus gt. Understood? What's the required quantity? The time after which their velocities are equal. That means v1 is equal to v2. gt is equal to u minus gt. Minus gt is taking this side. u is equal to gt plus gt. Okay. So u is equal to 2z into t. T is equal to u by 2z. So at this time, both velocities are equal. The time after which their velocities are equal means v1 equal to gt, v2 equal to u minus gt. So both are equal. So at that time, t equal to u by 2z. It is first one. So b u by 2z. Understood? U by 2z. At this time, velocities are equal. What is the required quantity? Third one, ratio of distances covered when the magnitudes of their velocities are equal. Okay. First of all, S1. Solution for C. S1. S1 is, you know, of G. Here, which one is equal? Velocities. At what time velocities are equal? U by 2z. That means t2 square of G. t2 square means u by 2z whole square of G, u square by 4g square. G cancel. U square by 2 4s are 8g. Understood? That means S1, first body traveling distance in the time of u by 2z is equal to u square by 8g. Second body, S2 is equal to u t2 minus of g t2 square. U as usual t2 u by 2z whole square minus of g time u by 2z whole square. U into it's not a square. U into u square by 2z minus of g u square by 4g square. Okay, here u square by g is 2z is common, remaining 1 minus 1 by 2 4s are 8. That means 1 minus 1 by 4. Okay, now u square by 2z 3 by 4. Understood? 3 by 4. Okay, simply to write as 3u square by 4 to the 8g. 3u square by 8g. Required one is ratio s1 by s2 is equal to, okay, s1 is u square by 8g. What about s2? 3u square by 8g. U square by 8g, u square by 8g cancel, remaining one is 1 by 3. Okay, that means s1 is to s2 ratio is equal to here 1 is to 3. Okay, s1 is to s2 ratio is equal to here 1 is to 3. Okay, first one, at what time they are made? T is equal to h by u. Second one, at what time velocities are equal? U by 2z. Third one, ratio s1 is to s2 1 is to 3. Okay, distances ratio is 1 is to 3. Understood? So next one, next application. A body falls freely from a height h. After t seconds of fall, gravity ceases to act. Find the time of flight. Okay, so that means required time of flight in terms of h and t only. Okay, now it is total height h. Okay, body falls freely, that means initial velocity 0. After t seconds of fall, gravity ceases to act. Gravity ceases to act means acceleration due to gravity 0. That means acceleration 0 at that point. Further, it travels with uniform velocity. Because of acceleration 0 means velocity is constant. It is in motion. Okay, if it is in motion, for example, at this point, acceleration due to gravity 0. Time is t. Consider it is x. What about remaining distance? Total h. So up to here x means, what about remaining one? H minus x. Remaining distance is h minus x. See, taken this point A, this point B, this point is C. Okay, at B, what about velocity? Freely falling body, u plus at 0 gt. Up to here, acceleration due to gravity exists. After this one, acceleration due to gravity is not exist. So v, velocity at that point is v is equal to gt. Now it is traveling distance x. X equal to, you write as of gt square. Further this point, that means from B to C, it travels with a constant velocity. Okay, h minus x is equal to velocity v into further time is, you are taken t dash. Further time you are taken t dash. A to B t, B to C t dash, B to C t dash. So after B, its velocity is constant. So v into t dash. Understood? Okay. Now t dash is equal to, you write as h minus x by v. H minus x by v. Okay. Now t dash h by v minus x by v. T dash is equal to h as usual. V, what is v here? Gt minus x means of gt square. gt cancel. Now further time is h by gt minus t by 2. Okay, up to here t. Further time is t dash. T dash is equal to h minus h by gt minus t by 2. What about total time of flight? T plus t dash. Okay, what about t? Small t plus t dash h by gt minus t by 2. T minus t by 2, only t by 2 plus h by gt. Total time of flight is equal to t by 2 plus h by gt in this case. Understood? Okay.